Light Cured Gel Nails, Chapter 29, Milady. This chapter introduces light cured gel, also known as UV and LED gel. It's a type of nail enhancement product that hardens when exposed to a UV or LED light source. Light cured gel is an increasingly popular method for nail enhancement services. Light cured gel enhancements rely on ingredients from the monomer liquid and polymer powder chemical family. Their ingredients are part of a subcategory of this family called acrylates. An oligomer is a short chain of monomer liquids that is often thick, sticky, and gel-like, and is not long enough to be considered a polymer. Acrylate. Traditionally, light-cured gels rely on a special type of acrylate called a urethane acrylate, while newer light-cured gel systems use urethane methacrylates. Urethane acrylate and urethane methacrylate are the main ingredients used alone or in combination to create light-cured gel nail enhancements. A photoinitiator is a chemical and initiates the polymerization reaction. The key thing to remember here is that it takes the combination of the resin, photoinitiator, and the proper curing bulb to cause the gel to cure or harden completely. The different light cured gels can be described as thin viscosity gels, medium viscosity gels, thick viscosity gels, and building or sculpting gels. Viscosity is the measurement of the thickness or thinness of a liquid, and that viscosity affects how the fluid flows. There is a one-color method and a two-color method of the light cured gels. Now that there are gel polishes, I don't know how many different colored gels there are for just gel nails. Back in the 90s, there was not gel polish. We had colored gel, and we sculpted the entire nail out of colored gel. But the one color method is gel is applied over the entire surface of the nail. These are for clients who want to wear colored polish or gel polish over the enhancement. The two color method is basically it's the two colors of resin. They're used to overlay the nail, usually pink and white, so for a French manicure or an American manicure finish in which a lacquer or a polish isn't needed. Lots of different gels that you can use to create these enhancements. Bonding gels are used to increase adhesion to the natural nail plate, similar to a monomer liquid and polymer powder primer. Okay, bonding gel is like your primer. Building gels include any thick viscosity resin that allows the cosmetologist to build an arch and curve into the fingernail. Self-leveling gels are thinner in consistency than building gels, allowing them to settle and level during application. Pigmented gels can be building gels or self-leveling gels that include color pigment. Gel polish is a very thin viscosity gel that is usually pigmented and packaged in a pot or a polish bottle. It is used as an alternative to traditional nail lacquers. Glossing gel is also known as sealing gel, finishing gel, or shine gel. It's used over the finished and filed gel application to create a high shine in much the same way a top coat would be applied over colored nail polish. An inhibition layer is a tacky surface left on the nail after a UV or LED gel has cured. Opacity is the amount of colored pigment concentration in a gel, making it more or less difficult to see through. The tools, implements, equipment, and supplies. You're going to need a light curing gel lamp. Okay, choose a light curing gel lamp designed to produce the correct amount of UV or LED light needed to properly cure the gel nail enhancement products that you use. An application brush. Choose brushes with small, flat, or oval bristles to hold and spread the light cured gels. A gel primer or a bonding gel. They're designed specifically to improve adhesion of the UV and LED gels to the natural nail plate. Light cured gel should include pigmented gels for a one or two color service. Nail forms. Depending on the manufacturer's recommendation, clear plastic forms are sometimes used to allow UV and LED radiation to penetrate from the underside for a more complete curing of the free edge. Nail tips. It's important when using nail tips with UV or LED gel to size the tip so that the curve of the tip matches the curve of the nail. Nail adhesive. There are many types of nail adhesives for securing nail tips to the natural nails. Nail dehydrator. This product removes surface moisture and tiny amounts of oil left on the natural nail plate and helps to prevent lifting of the nail enhancement. Abrasive files and buffers. You're going to want a medium to fine abrasive buffer for natural nail preparation and for smoothing the surface once you're finished. Cleansing solution. This product usually contains isopropanol and they may contain additional solvents. This solution can be used to cleanse the natural nail as well as to remove the sticky inhibition layer from the gel after curing. And lint-free wipes are used to cleanse the nail surface. When you're trying to store these, when you have your light cured gels, be sure that the lids are on tight and the containers are upright to avoid leakage. Since light cured gels are light sensitive, meaning light can cure the product, gels should be stored in a dark, cool place to prolong the life of the product. When to use them. These products can be used anytime depending on your client's needs or preferences. Questions that you can ask. How easily would your client like the polish to be removed from the fingernail? If the polish is to be removed away from the salon, perhaps a traditional polish should be used. And how long does the client desire the polish to last? If the polish is meant to remain on the fingernail for 2 weeks, the best choice is a gel polish. There are many gels available to choose from for the service. So some things that you're going to need to consider. Flat fingernails. If the client has flat fingernails, more building will need to be done to create an arch and a curve. This building will be easiest when done with a thicker UV or LED building gel. Fingernails that have an arch or curve, you might just be able to use a self-leveling gel. Might be your best option. If you have a client that breaks her nails a lot, if they return to the salon often with broken enhancements, then a gel that uses fiberglass may be the best product for the next service. And for a lasting manicure, if a client's in search of a manicure with long-lasting polish, a soak-off gel polish would be a great option. UV versus LED on your bulbs. A UV bulb, also known as a UV light bulb, is a special bulb that emits UV radiation to cure UV gel nail enhancements. There are a number of bulbs that are used to cure light cured gels, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9 watt. The UV lamp, also known as a UV light unit, is an electronic device that powers and controls the bulbs to cure UV gel nail enhancements. LED. LED is known as light emitting diode. These small bulbs emit the correct wave of LED light to cure gel products. The LED lamp is the electronic device that houses the bulbs. Most LED lamps cure gel about 4 times faster than UV lamps. Remember, the gel must have LED photoinitiators in order to cure in an LED lamp. So you need to know what is in your product in order to choose which lamp to use. Lamp wattage is the measure of how much electricity the bulb consumes. As bulbs get older and are used often, they may not be as effective. Refer to the manufacturer's directions for the life of the bulbs. Wearing light-cured gel polishes instead of traditional nail lacquers does offer great advantages. However, they're removed differently than traditional nail polish. We're talking about gel polish now. Advantages: they do not dry, they cure, so they're not going to smudge. Light cured gels also do not thicken over time because the solvent does not evaporate. Therefore, they last longer in the bottle. Light cured gels can be used to create beautiful nail enhancements and can also be a very lucrative nail art medium. Maintenance for light cured gel enhancements must be performed every 2 weeks. Begin the maintenance using a medium grit abrasive file, 180 grit. to thin and shape the enhancement. Clean the nail with the manufacturer's recommended cleanser or isopropanol 99% or better, and then proceed with the maintenance procedure. There are 2 types of gel, and each requires a different removal method. Hard UV and LED gels, also known as traditional gels, cannot be removed with a solvent such as acetone. They need to be filed off the natural nail to be removed. Soft UV and LED gels, also known as soakable gels, including gel polishes, are removed by soaking in acetone for approximately 5 to 15 minutes or product remover to soften them, allowing the cosmetologist to easily scrape off the loosened gel polish with a wooden stick. It's important to learn another procedure for applying beautiful and durable nail enhancements. This is just another tool for your toolbox. As a professional in the cosmetology field, it's important to have a thorough understanding of and competent skill level in every nail enhancement procedure in order to properly consult with clients to choose the procedure that's going to suit their needs the best. There is a difference between gel nails and gel polish. You guys have always heard me ask when somebody calls in and they want gel nails. I ask, do they want gel nails or do they want gel polish? Gel nails is basically like a more gooey acrylic. Gel polish is just that. It's the polish. So there is a difference between the two, and I know in these notes they've kind of gone back and forth between the two without telling you the differences. But I'm going to just list the steps when applying one color light cured gel on tips or on natural nails. Okay, here's your procedure. You're going to clean the nails first. Apply cuticle remover to the nail plate. Gently file or buff the nail plate. Use a cleanser or dehydrator. Okay, you need to, they don't say here, but when you apply that cuticle remover, you need to get it off of there. And then gently file or buff the nail plate, and then make sure that you use some type of a cleanser to get that off. Brush it off, have them wash their hands, whatever. And then you're going to use your dehydrator. Apply tips if you need to, and then bonding gel so that it stays on there. Cure the bonding gel. Apply your UV or LED gel. Cure the gel. Repeat those steps. So you're going to have 2 coats on there. Apply a small bead of UV or LED gel to the apex to create an arch and cure that. So every time you do a step, it needs to go under the light. Apply a layer of self-leveling gel if needed and cure it. Remove the inhibition layer, refine the surface, and remove dust. You can do light cured gels over forms exactly the same way you're going to do your acrylic over forms. It's pretty similar. Clean the nails, push back the cuticles. So basic, kind of like a dry manicure. Buff the nails. Use your cleanser or a dehydrator. Apply primer or bonding gel and cure. Apply the first coat of building or self-leveling gel. It's going to depend on the client what you're using, so I can't give you perfect do this, do this, do this, do this. Okay, so your first coat, cure it. Second coat, cure it. If you need a third coat, you can do that. It's just going to depend on how thick your layers are and how thick the client's nails are, what they're comfortable with. Once you've got the second layer or the third layer if you need it, remove the form, remove the inhibition layer, shape the free edge, apply another layer over the entire enhancement, file, shape, and buff, remove dust, apply your gloss, basically your top coat or UV or LED, cure it, remove the inhibition layer again, and then you want to apply oil. So those are the steps for that. Maintenance. You're going to clean the nails, apply the cuticle remover, push cuticles back. Everything's kind of the same, but you don't want to file that whole nail just on the natural nail plate. And then to reduce a little bit of the surface of the nail, lightly buff the natural nail regrowth with a medium buffer. Remove the dust, cleanse and dehydrate, apply your primer or bonding gel, cure the bonding gel, apply the UV or LED gel on the regrowth area, cure that, remove the inhibition layer, file and buff, remove the dust, put your gloss gel on, cure that, remove the inhibition layer, and apply your oil. It's really very similar to doing acrylic nails, which I know you're all more comfortable with. It just, again, it takes practice to know how much product to put on that brush before you put it on the nail. So that is like cured gel nails.